Hello, welcome to my channel, Cooking with Crump. I am Jasmine Crump. I recently am becoming a Pampered Chef consultant, so I'm excited to start this journey with you guys. Sorry if I'm a little bit awkward. I've never really done anything on video before, so I'm a little nervous. I hope you'll be understanding that. I just got my kit in the mail this morning, so I figured we could unbox it together and see what sort of exciting goodies we'll have to work with as we go through this cooking adventure together. So I guess let's go ahead and hop into that. Alright. So, as you can tell, I'm opening the boxes. I haven't even seen any of the stuff myself yet. I have a rough idea what all is supposed to be in there from when I signed up and ordered my kit, but I haven't actually seen it all in person yet, so I'm really excited. So I guess we'll start with this one. There's the manual food processor. So I actually already have one of these, so I'm probably not gonna, so I'll just show you guys what the new one looks like, but I'm pretty sure it'll be exactly the same as my old one. Yeah, it is. So I'm not going to take this out of the packaging, just because, oh, so it has different blades, but it's pretty much the same. Just because I already have one of these, so I'll probably sell this one as on stock item, or give it away for a raffle or something at a party. So I'm not going to open that one all the way because I don't want to make it lose any integrity, but I will show you the one I do have from previously. It's the same thing. So this is the manual food processor here. It has a little lock on it, as you can see, so it sits flat when you put it away to store it. You can unlock it, that pops up, and then it's the lid comes off pretty easily. It's got like a little hexagon thing in the middle that when you press the thing it rotates, and that fits into the blade here, so that's how it rotates. And then there's like no holes or anything in the bottom, so this is really good for like making salsa and stuff. You just put the blade in there, you line this up to the top there, put it on, and then you just press down on it, it spins the blades. It's basically a blender that you can use by hand. I like it and use it a lot because I live in an apartment with thin walls and I'm a night owl, so most of the cooking I do is late at night, and I don't like to bother the neighbors with loud electronic appliances. So I tend to use that because if you go slow, it's quieter than an electric food processor would be. And I also like that it doesn't have holes, because if you work in a professional kitchen, you'll know like the Roku and stuff food processors, they have like a stem in the middle with a hole in it, so if you fill it with saucy stuff like salsas, if you put too much in it, it will like seep out and it's a big mess to clean up. So I'm glad that, you know, that's good for making sauces. So there's that one. Okay, see what this is here. This is the salad choppers, so that's exciting. Has a little lock there, so you just put it in your bowl and chop your salad if you put lettuce in there. So it's pretty easy. You just so that's pretty cool. I've never had one of these before, so it'll be fun to experiment with that. Making my own salads that way instead of just cutting everything. So that's our first little item there. Well, technically second, but you get what I mean. Ooh, this one's the 5-inch or 13 centimeter Santoku knife. I love me my knives, so this ought to be pretty cool. Alright. Very nicely packaged in there. I'm not gonna get damaged or anything in shipping, that's always a good thing. And it looks like it has a little sleeve protector on it, so when you put it away you don't have to worry about if you don't have like a knife bag or whatever, you don't have to worry about cutting yourself on it or having the blade rub up against other things and get damaged or dull it. So yeah, here's the knife in the sleeve. Then you take it out of the sleeve, and it's got the little perforations on the blade. It'll be good for quick chopping things and stuff. Has a really nice handle actually. It's very good balance. Like, it fits well in my hand, which is always a good thing with a knife. You don't want a knife that feels clumsy, because then you're not going to have as much precision when you're chopping things. So I really like that. And then the knife handle also, it has the metal prong all the way through that's connected to the blade. So that's nailed in on both sides. And so you don't have to worry about, like, some of the wooden handles and stuff. Sometimes they'll fall apart if you don't upkeep your knives well. Like, if someone puts it in the dishwasher or something, which I still probably wouldn't do that with this, but just because it's bad for the blade. But your handle there, you won't have to worry about it splintering or anything, so that's really nice. Sorry if the baby in the background is making disruptive noises. She's watching her tunes right now, but if she gets fussy, of course I'll have to pause and take care of her and stuff. So just be forewarned, that's something that might happen. She's only 5 months old, so she only stays preoccupied for so long. So these here are the adjustable measuring spoons. So there's the big ones, the small ones. So those ones are you got your 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons, 2.5 teaspoons, and 1 tablespoon. And then you just slide this to whatever size you want. You just line it up on the handle part. So if you want 2 teaspoons, you just line it up like that, and you can, level it off and all that good stuff. This one is 1/8 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, 3/4 teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon. This will be like your smaller stuff. And again, it's just, you slide it to line it up on the handle. It's adjustable. And it kind of clicks in place when you slide it, so you don't have to worry about it like shifting while you're trying to measure stuff in it and like getting an inaccurate measurement that way. I'm gonna go check on the baby. I'll be back. When I got the baby, and I swapped out the chair for the yoga ball so that we can bounce her and help keep her entertained, hopefully. I started opening the rock pot already, not realizing that I ended up turning off the video instead of resuming it when I had it paused. So I just kind of go around and got like the lid out and stuff so far, but put it back in there so I can go back over it. But yeah, so sorry about that. Hopefully I'll be able to mesh the videos together and upload them together as one video. I guess we'll find out. I've never edited videos, so we'll see when we get there. Yeah, hopefully that goes well. So anyway, so these are these little recipe pamphlets that come with the rock pot Dutch oven, which is kind of like a slow cooker type pot. But if you don't have the slow cooker attachment, you can still bake things in it in the oven, so it's really good for like casseroles or like baking small like turkeys or hams or whatever. But it comes with recipes that have on one side the recipes, on the other side the pictures of each recipe. So that's pretty cool, and it has this one and it has another one too. So there's 2 different ones that are full of all sorts of yummy looking treats. So it's definitely cool. It helps give you some dinner ideas if you do end up getting it. That way you know what you can do with it if you're not creative, or if you're too tired to try and want to plan something out, because we all have those busy days where sometimes it's nice to have something else tell us what to make. But yeah, so it has the nice thick glass lid that is safe to put in the oven, so if you're baking something, it's perfectly safe. Because I know like a lot of lids from like other places that have like the plastic handles and stuff that would melt if you were to put them in the oven, so they're like for countertop only type slow cookers. But so it's nice, this one you can bake things in, so it'd be nice to have like a roasting pan / slow cooker pot if I ever get the slow cooker attachment for it. So this is the pot itself. It's stuck in the cardboard. So it's a nice round dish. It's pretty hefty, nice and thick. It's kind of like a stone type glass material, so it'll bake and retain heat pretty well, which is a good thing. I'm definitely excited to use this. I don't have a roasting pan or anything currently, and I like baking stuff all the time, so right now I've just been baking stuff in like a cake pan, which is not the best. So this will make things a lot better. That's great. So I'm really looking forward to that. I did get the Deluxe Starter Kit, which is one of the bigger ones, and part of why I did that was because I wanted this pot. And then also because it comes with a can opener, which we'll find and get to later. But yeah, because this one is a 4-quart pot. One of the smaller one, this before the kit I ordered, has a 2-quart one. But I like to make big meals, so like serve people, and yeah, I like cooking for large groups of people. So I opted for the larger pot. So that'd be great. And then also, again, since it's bigger, I'll be able to like cook things like ham and stuff in there. Like, it can't be like a super big ham, but like, you know, small little ones. So that'd be good. So there's that. I'm really excited to be able to use that one. I'm gonna have a large pile of boxes over here by the time I'm done. Big oof there. Alright, what's this? Looks like a lid to something. Hold on. Guess we'll find out here in a second. Yeah, this is definitely a lid to something, so we'll find the other half of this in there somewhere. We'll get to it. But yeah, so nice thick plastic lid. But yeah, we'll find what it goes to. We'll get there. Alright. These are Pea Protein. So it's something you can add to your dishes to cook with it, essentially. Says to add 1 scoop per recipe serving, and then you're off to a great start. But yeah, it's basically an extra nutrition boost, and it's peas, so it's really good if you're trying to like cook something for like vegetarian or vegan people, because it'll help give them that extra bit of protein, and it's always a good thing to have. I've never cooked with anything like this before, so it will be a new experience for me. So it is something I'm interested to try and see what it's like, if it affects the flavor of the dish or enhances it, or how that works. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. It'll be fun. I'll have to find the recipe for it. I'm sure it has one in there. But yeah, definitely something that I'll end up doing a video for, just so we can try it out, because I'm curious about it. So that'll be exciting. And we got a nice classic rubber scraper or spatula, depending where you're from, what people call it, but the technical term is rubber scraper. But it's got nice smooth edges. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of rounded, so it can help form to shape your bowl, where like a lot of rubber scrapers I've used are just like straight pieces of plastic, so like you can get everything out of the bowl, but you have to work a little bit harder to do it, where this is supposed to be like a lot easier to just go along the contour of the bowl, scrape out any sauces or anything you're cooking with. Like if you're making pumpkin pie, you'll be able to get all that filling, and you know, waste not, want not. So there's that. Pretty simple product. Next we have this big old box here. You're having fun looking at the boxes, huh? So this is a stoneware. So I'm pretty sure this is the bar pan. Yeah, it does. It says the bar pan. There's a piece of tape there trying to foil me. Silly tape. It doesn't know who it picked a fight with. Oh, The seatbelt cutter won't work on that big side. Okay. This open. Alright. So this is the Stoneware Pan. These are really nice because they cook really evenly. Apparently I have it upside down. And ooh, it's nice and heavy, very solid. My mom used to have some of these when I was growing up. She liked collecting stoneware. It's supposed to help things to not stick as much, but mostly it's really good for even heating. It's also something you could use like if you were to go camping and you wanted to make something and you need like a pan. Stoneware is really good for that, and so is cast iron, because you can actually put it in the flames and it won't hurt it or damage it. And then the way it retains heat helps to spread it evenly across. So like even if most of the fire is on one piece of it, like you'll still want to try and like put it as even across the fire as you can, but it will help to hold and retain the heat and kind of move that around. You'll be able to take it off and let things keep cooking. So stoneware is a lot of fun. It's really good. It does come with these little plastic scrapers. They are to help clean it, because when you're cleaning it, you cannot use soap. You just use hot water and scrape it off. Or if you do use soap, which be recommended not to do every single time, but if you're going to do it like every once in a while, I guess that'd be fine. Make sure you rinse it super, super well, because it will soak in the chemicals of the soap. So yeah, it comes with a rubber scraper, so you get the hot water and then you use this to kind of scrape the gunk off to clean it. And then make sure you rinse it really well. Make sure your water is super hot too, to help kill any germs or bacteria that could be building up. But definitely a great pan to have for baking and things like that. So like if you want to make cookies or something, it'd be really good. This is the stoneware pan. That one's the bar pan. They have a couple other ones, like they have a pizza pan one, which is round and it doesn't have any sides on it. So you'll be able to like put the pizza on it, when it's done, you'll be able to slide it off or whatever you want. And they have another one too. I'll have to look into it, but that's the one that came with my kit, and it's the bar pan one, in case you're wondering. And that's everything out of this big box, so we're going to yeet that over there. And we have another big box that we can start grabbing things out of now. Oh, it doesn't want to slide on the carpet very well. Trying not to jostle the baby too much. Great bean. Okay, so we got our next big box here to start grabbing goodies out of. Nope. Boop. And they do package the stuff really well. Like everything is in its separate boxes inside of the main box, and then it also has little like plastic bubbles and stuff to help keep things from shifting around too much, so that things won't get damaged in the mail. So that's always good, because not all places pay that much attention to minor detail. So as a consultant, if you sign up, you get one of these totes. They can, if you're doing parties in person instead of just online, you'll be able to put your stuff in it that you want to take with you, so that when you're showing products to people, like you'll pick like a recipe or two you want to make while you're there, so you can take the items specifically you need for that, so you can show it off to people and they can try some of the recipes. But it's got a lot of nice pockets and stuff in it. It's pretty big. And then it has if I can line it up, it has one of these that you can put in the bottom to, I should probably open the handles. Opening handles is nice. Alright, so it's got one of these that you can put in the bottom to kind of like help keep things straight, so they're not all shifting around, so then you can make it more of a square and less of a floppy item. So you can put your stuff in there, take it with you, put your aprons, whisks, whatever. And then it has this pocket here for, you can put your catalogs and stuff in, and then this pocket here, of course, is the one for the items you're going to be using. So if you sign up as a consultant, you get one of these to take with you for doing your parties, which is really nice. And it will come in handy. Alright, and then next we have our citrus press. So, I mean, I feel like that's probably pretty self-explanatory, but citrus press, you just like cut your lemons or limes or whatever in half and put it in there. I'm struggling to open this box. It does not want to be opened. My goodness. Give me strength, Bean. There we go. Okay. So, pretty self-explanatory. A lot of people have some of these in their kitchen already of different brands and stuff. But this is the Pampered Chef one. It's a nice, solid material. Like, it's not one of those cheap plastic ones that'll like bend or end up breaking over time. So it'll be strong. Pretty good for like limes and stuff that are a bit tougher to squeeze. So it's kind of a ceramic material. And so it just, you put your lemon or whatever facing, so it'll be like curved like this, and then you just bring this over and it'll squish the curved part and kind of bend it inside out the other way, and then you just squeeze and all the juice and stuff will come out. So if you like want to squeeze some lime for like on some tacos or something, pretty easy. Or even if you just want to make hand pressed orange juice or something, like, it'd be a lot of work, but hey, if you do it, it'd be delicious. More power to you. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to use. Yeah, you're getting a little antsy there, Bee. Want your keys? You want your keys? Keys for the baby. Alright. So earlier we had the adjustable measuring spoons. So this one right here, oh, this one's not the adjustable one. This is okay, well, yeah, it is the adjustable one. Okay, so this one's the adjustable measuring cup, and so it's the cup version of that, if I can figure out how to use, there we go. So instead of putting everything in the middle part like you normally do, like you can still do that if you have it like flat, you measure up this way to get your liquids and stuff. So if you're like measuring milk or water, you can use it this way. But if you're measuring something more solid, like if you're making peanut butter cookies, and you have the peanut butter, this is really good for that. My mom had one of these too, but it was bigger, so I know how it works for the most part. So it's a bit less easy to move than hers, but that's good because it means it'll stay adjusted pretty well. So you just line it up to whatever bar, whatever you want. You pack all your peanut butter in there, you level it off, and then you put it over your bowl and you swap, and it goes right into your bowl, and then you can just take a butter knife and scrape it off the edge, instead of trying to scrape everything out of a regular measuring cup. So it's pretty handy. It's fun to use. I don't know how much I'll use it, but I'll try and make sure to do a couple things with it. So yeah, that's the adjustable measuring cup. To go with the little measuring spoons that we opened earlier. Right here, again, if you were to sign up as a consultant, you get a stack of catalogs that you can start handing out to people. So you'll be able to get some of these for yourself and start just giving them out to friends or whatever. Or you can keep them and put them in your tote and take them with you to parties and have people reuse them. So people can look in the catalog, see what they want, order stuff. You just recollect these at the end of the party, put it back in your bag, whatever works for you, whichever you prefer to do. So you get a nice stack of those to help you with your parties and getting people interested, or like if you're at the grocery store and you have a couple on you and someone's asking about it, like if you strike up a conversation, you can be like, yeah, here, you want to take a catalog home with you, you know, you can put your number and stuff on the back so they can get a hold of you and place an order through you. So then you get like an order outside of a party. It doesn't all have to be through parties. So that's pretty cool. If you're signing up for that, I'm going to go ahead and put this in my tote just so it has a home. Because it's going to need one of those. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Whomp. Okay. And the baby dropped her keys. She's trying to unlock the floor with them or something. Anyway, narwhal. There's your narwhal. This one is another one of the knives. This one's a utility knife, so it's kind of can use it for whatever. Again, it has like a nice little protective sleeve, but this would be more like smaller items, kind of like what you'd use like a paring knife for. So like just cutting open avocados and things like that, or slicing tomatoes if you're making something. So again, it has a little protective sleeve. Seems like a pretty nice blade. The handle fits in my hand pretty well. The blade is definitely a little bit heavier than the handle because the handle is just pure plastic. But it'll hold up pretty well against time, and you know, it's not designed to be like perfectly even or have a heavier handle, and like sometimes it's easier too if the blade is heavier for slicing things because it helps to move the blade along with stuff, because you always want to slice in like a curved motion, because knives are, you slide against it, help the knife out cutting things. If you just press down straight, like some knives are designed for that, and so the angle of the blade and stuff is meant for that, like the Japanese cleaver type knives are meant to just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. But most knives are designed to be slid either forward or backwards as you're cutting. I usually prefer to go forward, but that's just me. But yeah, so it's pretty standard knife, pretty self-explanatory there. Ooh, here it is. This is probably the thing I've been most excited about in my starter kit getting here. This is their can opener. So it's a different version than the one my mom had when I grew up. But the one she had growing up was literally my favorite can opener I've ever used. And growing up with it, you never realize how cool it is until, you know, moved out and started using regular can openers. They're not as good. So I'm really excited to try this out. It's a bit different. Hers had two, like a regular handle kind of, so you can like clamp it down or whatever. This one's just one handle piece. But yeah, you line it up straight on your can, and then you're able to kind of like do the thing, and it'll give you a nice even cut across the top. So instead of going at an angle like you would with a regular can opener where you have to try and line it up, or else the blades like halfway through opening the can are wonky and you have like a weird patch that didn't get cut. This one you can cut all the way around, and it's level on the top, and then you use the little button here. There's like little claws, so I don't know how well you can see that, but there's little claws there that you use the little button, and then you can grab the lid and you just pop it off. And the cool thing about these can openers is that they make it a smooth cut, so there's no sharp edges, so you'd be able to like slide your finger across it and not get cut. And when you throw the lids and stuff in the garbage, they're not gonna tear up the bag when you go to take the garbage out and cause things to spill or leak or whatever. So that's pretty cool. It's definitely something I'm really excited to use and to try out and compare it to the one my mom had when I was growing up. But yeah, and then, so like that's another thing too though, is because it is a smooth cut and it does have the little claw things. Like a normal can, if you're ever in like professional kitchens or whatever, you want to leave like just a little tab and open it most of the way, so that when you dump it you can like tuck the lid back in, it's not going to go anywhere or cut your bag open. This, you don't have to worry about that. You can just go all the way around and pluck it off really easy. So I'm excited to try this out and use it, and we'll do like a video where I'll use like all of this stuff, but definitely looking forward to that one. So that one will be fun to compare with. These are the cutting boards, the little flexible, easy to store cutting boards, the plastic ones. So I have a couple of them here. There's one that has the different kinds of knives, what, you know, their shapes, what they're used for, and then they also have measurements too on the top. They all have those measurements on the top, so you can see if you're measuring something that needs to be like exact or whatever, you'll be able to do that. But these are nice, flexible, easy to store, very, you know, kind of thin. So it's good when you're in a pinch, or like if you're going to someone's house or whatever and you're like offered to make them something, you can just bring your cutting board and not have to worry about it. So that one has all the knives. This one has the how to properly like what to use your hand for. So this one more looks like it's more for baking. So like yeah. Anyway, so that one has that. This one is your different cutting styles. So if you're practicing, if you want to learn how to do a julienne cut, a fine julienne. So this is like if you're practicing your knife cuts. So it's really cool. Just if you want to refine your knife cuts more, or if you're teaching your kids how to use a knife, this is great for practicing for that. I know I went to culinary school, and the first 2 weeks were all just knife cuts. So it was all like, you know, refining and getting accuracy. So that's cool. You'll be able to practice that at home with that. So those are the cutting boards. They're kind of like instruction sheets as well as cutting boards. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's those. Boop. Dropped your narwhal again, B. These are tongs for like grilling or sauteing or whatever. Some nice tongs. They have these silicone, or it's actually kind of like a rubberish type silicone edge, so you'll be able to use it in most pans. Like if you have non-stick pans and stuff, it's not going to damage it. So it's just like that. Tongs. It has like a little thing here, so when you start it, you can put that closed and they're not going to open. Or when you're using it, you can put it open, and then it's pretty easy to use. So that's cool. It looks like the thing here is pretty loose, so it'll naturally, when you hold it up, close, and when we put it down, it'll naturally open. So that makes it easy. You don't have to worry about manually doing it every time if your hands get like covered in gross stuff like chicken juice or something. You don't have to worry about goobering everything up. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, self-explanatory, just a couple tongs. It's pretty nice. Okay, go be. There's this toy here too if you want it. That's interesting. Okay. This is the microwave popcorn maker. So I don't have a very good microwave, so it'll probably be a while before I get to try this out. Just because my microwave does not heat evenly. The thing is broken, like the tray doesn't spin, and so all the heat just condenses into one spot. So I wouldn't use my microwave just because my microwave sucks, but the bowl is supposed to be pretty good. So it's a microwave popcorn bowl. I'll have to try it out, probably at like a friend's house or something. It is kind of like a rubbery material, so you know, you don't have to worry about it breaking or anything. It opens up, it has like the little thing here with the holes, so you can let steam out or trap it in, whatever you want. And then it can, so it's just like this, and then it looks like it should be able to expand. It's probably like as your popcorn's cooking, it'll like open up naturally or something. I'll have to read that and get back to you on it. But yeah, it's meant for making the popcorn in the microwave. So if you buy your own kernels, you can get like a nice big bag from somewhere like Costco probably. And it'll be a lot cheaper than continually buying every single time the little individual baggies. You just put like a scoop of it in here, and then I think you can probably put butter in here to help it have like a buttery flavor when it cooks. But I don't know much about this. I didn't really research it a whole lot because I think it'll be a while before I get to use it. Well, with all the COVID stuff, I don't really go to anybody's house anymore at this current time. And my microwave, again, wouldn't be able to do this. So I'll look into this and definitely get back to you guys on how that works. And I'll have to find somewhere I can try it out so that we can see how it works, what it does. So I'll definitely do a video on this probably later on, either when I can get a new microwave or go to somebody else's. So it'll be a while, but it's one of the things we have that would be a cool little tool, gadget to use. So there's the microwavable popcorn dish. I'm I'm gonna go ahead and put the thing in there so it doesn't get lost on the HUD. Take care of it and use it properly and stuff. You know, manuals are important, especially when you don't know a whole lot about the specific item. So there's that one. Let's see. Want me to bounce more, baby? Just trying to get antsy. This is the garlic press, so that's pretty cool. Basically, it'll save you a lot of time. You don't have to worry about trying to mince garlic by hand. And let's see. Alright. So this is the garlic press here. You'll be able to, it opens up, you put your garlic in the little thing here. It has like the little holes in it. You put your garlic in there, and then it's got like this little weight thing here. That you just kind of, you push it down, you squeeze it. It'll help you to not have to mince your garlic. Is a lot easier. Because mincing garlic, if you're doing it properly, is kind of a pain. And then it comes with this little brush that, you know, is to help clean out the little holes when you're done. You push out the gunk so it's easier to clean. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it's for. See, it fits in there perfectly to help push out the gunk. So yeah, there's a garlic press, pretty easy to handle. The little brush thing just clips into the handle right here, so you don't have to worry about it getting lost. It's easy to store. Just clips right in right there. So yeah, makes garlic easier to use if you want to use fresh garlic. That way you don't have to always use powdered or buy the pre-minced stuff or mince it manually by hand all the time. You'd be more likely to use good quality ingredients that way because it'll be easier to use. Because I know a lot of us, especially me, you know how to do the stuff with the fresh ingredients, but sometimes when you're trying to like do stuff quickly because you're dealing with a baby or you're just tired from an exhausting day of work, you don't want to do the extra effort. So having something that's quick and easy makes life a lot better and encourages you to eat healthier. Make healthy choices. Alright, so pause this. So this is one of the things, if you sign up as a consultant, you get like a little welcome kit. So this is the little welcome kit. It's like, oh, thanks for joining our team. There's a little apron here. It's got like cute little stuff on it. So you'll be able to cook with ease, not worry about damaging your clothes when you're trying to dress nice for a party or an event or something that you're cooking for. And then also when you sign up, you get something that are the fast track rewards. So like the first 30 days you make a certain amount of money, you get a rewards so that you can build your stock and have more tools you can demonstrate with without necessarily having to pay for everything. So like the first 30 days you get some good stuff if you reach like $500, you know, and then like within 90 days if you reach like $2,500 parties, sales, and so it's just increments, you know, so you got your 500, your 1,000, 250, it tells you the stuff you would earn. So that's pretty cool. It helps you keep track, it helps give you like a visual guideline and keeps you excited to be doing things. And then it comes with party planners to help you practice and learn how to get parties set up so you can sell your stuff. And then again, it has like little inspirational messages and says thanks for joining us and fun things like that. It's got these little miniature catalogs. These would probably be more like the ones you would actually hand out if you meet someone at the store, where the bigger ones are ones you would probably save more for sharing with people during parties. These are like the little mini ones. Comes with a couple of those. It comes with a little calendar to help you book your parties and stuff. So you don't have to go out and buy one if you don't already have one. You'll be able to write all your parties and dates and things down in there. It's nice, and you'll be able to use it to help track your fast track rewards as well. So there's that. What is this? I'm not 100% sure what this one is. Oh. Okay. Oh, these are little storage bags. Okay, so you make little goodie bags for people, or just store papers and stuff yourself. So that's pretty cool. These little goodie bags, or paper storage if you're making like games or something for your party. You can put your master copies in there so they don't get damaged. So that's cool. We got another. These are the season's best. So these are the seasonal ones. They change every couple months. So some of the items in here, they're for this season, which just started this month. So they're all new stuff right now. But at the end of the season, some of it will be gone. Some of it will be kept, depending how things sell. It's kind of like they get people hyped and try new products and stuff. These are the product info cards that tell you a little bit about everything that comes in your kit, so you can learn about your kit and then some of the other stuff that's not in your kit, so that when you do host your parties, you'll be more informed about what everything is. So if people have questions, you'll be able because I'm, again, new at this. This is my starter kit. So it'll be nice to get to learn about some of the appliances stuff, like the quick cooker, and they have some fun gadgets. They have like a cooking blender, so it's like a blender that like cooks stuff while it blends things, so that's interesting. But yeah, and these are recipe cards, so they're like, you know, more inspiration, things you can cook, what you can do with your products to help show them off to people, or just to use them at home to like make your life a little bit easier, you know? You're like, oh, I got this cool new pan, but I don't know what to cook in it, so it gives you some tips and what you can use things for. This is this is dill, that's awesome. Alright, so there's seasoning mixes that you can buy that are for like flavoring things and using, I'm guessing this is the recipe that came with it. So this one's dill mix, which I actually love using dill as a seasoning. I have a bunch of it in my cupboard. But this is, you can get a little packet from Pampered Chef to try if you've never used it before. And this is, I'm pretty sure, the taste buds. It's what their seasoning line is called. But you can actually order individually specific taste buds if there's like a specific spices you want to try. Or they have like a monthly thing you can subscribe to, that every month you'll get in the mail like a little packet, kind of like this one, of like a new seasoning off their list that you'll be able to try new recipes, try out a new seasoning, see if you like it. I'll probably try this on its own because it says it's a mix, just to see, but I'm assuming it's just, okay, so it's dill and parsley with savory garlic and toasted onion. So perfect for dips, butters, fish, and poultry. So yeah, this has a combination of spices. So I probably won't add it to my dill supply then, because it'll contaminate that. But it'll definitely be fun to use, because this is basically a combination of spices I use anyway, just pre-mixed for me. So that'll be nice. Because like I do things with dill and parsley in a lot of like creamy type soups, things like that. And then like on chickens and stuff, it's pretty good. So yeah, this is all ingredients I would use typically with dill anyway. So pre-mixed for me, that'll be fun to try and experiment with. I'm sure it'll be really good because like I said, I love dill already. It's kind of, so if you cook it with something acidic, it'll have more of that dill taste, kind of like how pickles have. You know, if you have dill pickles. So I don't really recommend cooking things with acidity with it unless you're specifically trying to go for that flavor. But if you're not cooking with acidity, so like I said, I usually use it for like creamy soups and stuff, it gives everything kind of a buttery flavor. And so instead of just shoving a lot of butter into a dish, like you can use some butter and then throw some dill in there and it'll help enhance the buttery flavor. That way, you know, it'll be a little bit healthier, you're eating less fats and stuff. Although butter is a healthy fat, so I mean, it depends how you look at things. But I know like a lot of people do diets and stuff and they're like, worried about having too much butter because, you know, of course, too much of anything is not good for you. So it's just one way to be able to cut back on that. But yeah, I'll definitely try this out. We'll use it in a cooking video together. We'll see what it tastes like, their ratios for their seasonings. And I'll give you an honest review, what I think of that, so you guys can look forward to and try tasting it yourself as well. So this is a little welcoming goodie pack for if you apply as a consultant, which if you're interested in becoming a consultant, you know, you can go ahead and reach out to me through, I have a Facebook page and a Twitter page connected to Cooking with Crump that I'll put in the description, so you'll be able to reach out to me with those and be able to sign up as a consultant. I'll be able to help coach and guide you, and then my coach will be able to also kind of help us if there's anything you need to know that I don't know yet or something. So you'll have a lot of help and a team to help keep you encouraged as you're starting out. That way you don't like get frustrated and lose hope. So that'll be nice. Go ahead and reach out to me through those if you want to do that. You can also reach out to me through those if you want to try booking a party. Because as a host, if you book your own party, you host a party, you'll be able to earn free little goodies and gadgets and stuff for your kitchen. Or if like your party doesn't make quite enough money for something free, then you can definitely get like a steep discount on whatever you're ordering. Or, you know, if it does really well, you'd be able to get a free thing and a discount, just kind of depends. So yeah, go ahead and hit me up on those if you are interested in that. Because it's definitely something that can help get set up with you guys. Alright, so this is a Rotisserie Seasoning. It's an assortment of salt, onion powder, garlic powder, spices, sugar, maltodextrin, and natural flavorings. This is gluten-free, so if you have a gluten allergy, you can get this and use it for seasoning things. But yes, this is meant for like cooking poultry dishes and stuff. I will definitely try it out, let you know what I think of the taste. It sounds like pretty standard, straightforward seasoning, you know. I put garlic and onion powder in most of anything savory that I cook, so that's basically what this is. So that's pretty standard, and it says it's meant for poultry, but I'd imagine you could also use it for anything else you're cooking, soups, fish, things like that. Okay, baby. Here, you want this one? Did that make you feel better? You want that? You want to play with that? There you go. Sorry. Okay. I know this is one of the big items they're always trying to hype up on their sites and at their parties and stuff. It's the mix and chop. So if you're like grounding hamburger or something, it's so it's got like this little fun little shape on the end, but the points are actually mildly sharp. It's plastic, it's not super sharp. You can run your finger across it, you're not gonna get cut, but it will help to like break up hamburger and stuff. As you're frying it, you just kind of like go down on it, twist, to help break that up more easily and faster. So that's one of the things that they're always trying to hype up over there. It's a lot of like the raffle gifts and stuff at parties. That's one of the things you'd be able to earn pretty easily. So it's something that I've seen it used before at parties I've been to, and it looks pretty cool. I personally have not used it yet, and I do ground hamburger quite a bit, typically for things. So it's something I definitely will probably be using quite a bit. So I look forward to that. And again, I'm going to show you guys all these stuff as we cook with things, because we're going to be cooking some of the recipes and stuff together, and even like my own personal recipes. We're going to implement some of the tools for those, just so we can, you know, have some fun and experiment with things, and it'll be great. Alright, This is the classic batter bowl. So I might be wrong, but I'm guessing this is probably the bowl that goes with the random lid from earlier. It was in the other box. We'll find out here in a second. But I'm assuming that's probably going to be what the lid goes to. Boop. Alright. Boop. Swoosh. And I'm wrong, because this is way bigger than that. Okay. This does have a lid with it, though. This is a nice glass. It's a mixing bowl, but also you can measure things with it. So if you need like 100 milliliters of pancake batter or something, if you're doing an event or whatever, you'll be able to do that. Or just if you're cooking at home too, you know, you want 2 liters of, or probably if you're cooking at home, just like half a liter of like homemade ranch or something to put in your fridge. You'll be able to measure it out with this as you're stirring and cooking with it. And then again, if you have like pancake batter or something, or ranch, it has the little pour spout on the end. So make it nice and easy. You can get really nice round pancakes without messes everywhere. So that's nice. You'll be able to pour batters really easily. And you measure things and mix with it. It's nice sturdy glass. I love glass mixing bowls personally. And then it does come with a lid, so anything you make, if you want to store it quick and easy or transport it somewhere, like if you're making like brownie mix or something to take to a friend's house and you guys are going to bake the brownies over there so they're nice and warm and fresh and gooey when you get there, if you're doing like a movie night or something, you'll be able to make the batter ahead of time, put the lid on it, take it with you to your friend's house, and then just pop the lid off, pour it in the pan, bake it together, melt chocolate or marshmallows, whatever on top, have nice fresh brownies for whatever you guys are doing. You know, just some examples of things you could do with it. Or you can just, you know, store it in your fridge, and, you know, it's nice and safe, and you don't have to worry about anything falling into it, or you don't have to, like, try and battle with saran wrap, because I know sometimes saran wrap can be difficult and other times it's really easy. It just depends on the roll of saran wrap. Like, some of them aren't rolled like perfectly straight and it makes things hard, or the brand doesn't have like a cutter thing on it, and so it's got like just a cardboard one, and makes things a bit more difficult. So yeah, it's just a classic batter bowl. So that's nice. Whee. Alright. Next we got, oh, this is like a little, okay. So this is a metal spatula, if you will, for cooking. These really flat, straight ones like this are great for if you're cooking fish. And like, I don't actually have one that's really good for fish right now, because the ones I have is thicker than this. So that's gonna be really good. Why are you dropping all your toys, Happy? What are you doing? What are you doing? What do? Shh. Do more bouncing. But yeah, so this is really good for if you're making like fried tilapia or anything like that. Where is your other plate? Where did you drop it to? Oh, it's clear over there. How's the mouse? Alright, there you go. Okay. There you go. You're okay. We're almost done, dude. We only have like one more thing. But yeah, because fish is really delicate. So if you have too thick of a spatula, it'll break apart when it's cooked all the way through if you're not careful. So these really thin ones like that are like amazing for fish because you don't have to worry about it breaking. So that's awesome. Alright. And this, thankfully, is the last item we have, so we don't have to worry about the baby. We'll be able to give her all the attention she wants and needs. So this is the quick slicer. So, if I can get it out of the plastic. It's also zip tied because, you know, they're making sure you don't get blades everywhere, I guess. There you go. Alright. actually use that. Seatbelt cutter doesn't want to work on that either. Big sad. That's a sturdy zip tie. Oh my goodness. I want to cut the baby. Alright, let's go that way. I hate zip ties. I'll probably have to get scissors for that one. I don't have scissors out here because I didn't think I would need them, but I probably need that for this. Apparently my pocket knife needs sharpened. But yeah, so this is a slicer. This little protective thing comes off. It has little rubber feet so it doesn't slide around. And it's got straight blades, so you can put like hard-boiled eggs and stuff in there. And just slice down on it, get some nice even egg slices for salads, or you can do like tomatoes you can put in there, slice for hamburgers. So that's nice, helps you get like nice even slices for things. So that's the slicer. And so that's the last thing in the box. So I never did figure out what that lid is for. I'm half wondering if maybe it's supposed to be storage for this thing. Because the one I got is the older version, and it didn't come really with like a storage for in the fridge. So if I were to guess, take these things out if you have salsa or something. This lid is probably supposed to go with the other one as a storage thing. Okay, yeah, so that does fit on there, so that's cool. It's good to know, because the one I ordered never came with the storage lid. So there you go. It's for the chocolate thing. And with that, for the baby's sake, I'm going to have to call it good. Thank you for joining me today in this unboxing. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you're looking forward to seeing in action. And then go ahead and feel free to follow me on all of my Cooking with Crump related social medias. I will leave them all in the comments. But definitely, Facebook will probably be my main point of operation. So definitely check out the Facebook page so you can get a hold of me easily or keep up on any sales or discounts or anything that are going on, or just see any new products that come out. I'll be able to post them on there. But there's going to be like a Twitter that we can do like quick demos of the individual products, or the YouTube we're going to be cooking full recipes together. So yeah, I'll leave all those in the comments. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Alright, goodbye.